Yeah, something like that.
5 guys would have fought longer.
Mm.
There couldn't have been R-Truth who got bugged. But seriously, how would we have known?
Oh! Who got lighter?
So anyway,
Oh my god.
here's some official matches so far set for WrestleMania. And see what your predictions are so far. What do you think? John Cena versus Batista.
Can you eliminate each other?
The champ is here for Cena again.
Yep.
Yeah. Cena will be 10-time champion?
9 or 8 or 9, I don't know.
It's
You
8 or
can't
9.
keep track anymore.
It's every other
Yeah.
month he's a champ.
Yeah.
Although all he has to do is get a different move to confuse Batista completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he has a 6th move, that'll be it. Batista's only got 3. He's even worse than Cena.
If Vince is smart, wants to keep Batista as the champ, make it a table match, and push him off the
Yeah. Do a strong enough breeze. He needs to hold up a fan and Cena go, oh!
Edge versus Chris Jericho.
Edge all the way.
Oh, yeah.
I like both
Yeah,
guys. It should be the
yeah.
match of the night.
Yeah.
After Shawn and Taker, that should be the match of the night.
Taker and Shawn, career versus streak.
Taker.
I think Shawn finally ends it.
I think Taker either wins or some freaky.
Disqualification.
It's either a
Oh,
run-in
God.
or like a draw, so they can drag it out like for next year.
So that way he doesn't
God,
lose
no.
his streak and he don't lose his career.
Well, Shawn's leaving anyway, so I think Taker.
For a
For
while.
now, yeah.
I think Taker.
I'm not sure. I'll get back to you.
Once it's over, then
I'm not sure it'll be as good as last year's, but it will be very
They
good.
should try to
I mean,
try and beat last year.
Tried to top
I
last year's. It's
I
gonna be-
think they're gonna top last year.
Yeah.
I really do.
Well, that's hard to do.
Yeah, it's gonna be really
Yeah,
hard
It's
to
gonna
do.
be really hard to do. But if any two guys got the ability to do it, it's those two.
True.
I don't know how much more you can top.
Yeah, I don't know.
Another inductee got into the Hall of Fame, going to be into the Hall of Fame, is Wendy Richter.
The WWE Hall of Fame, not our
Yeah.
Hall of Fame.
I don't think somebody better than this. There's Wendy Richter, back in the early 70s.
80s.
And 80s.
Yeah.
Remember in 70s, I wouldn't remember then, but 80s, yeah.
And Roddy Piper's going to induct her. You think she should be in, or you think she should be in yet?
I
Should be
think
in.
Wendy Richter should be
Yeah,
in.
in the 80s, she was like
But they're doing a woman every year.
She was
Yeah.
kind of like the
Trish
Trish
Stratus.
Stratus
Yeah.
of her time, the 5-time women's
Yeah, she-
champion. And she's the one that actually ended Moolah's like 28 years
Yeah.
streak of being women's
Yeah.
champion. So,
Beat Moolah twice.
and actually the highest rated wrestling thing.
Wow.
MTV. When Wendy
Oh,
Richter
that-
won the
Oh, yeah.
Yep. It was like either the first or second highest rated wrestling thing on cable television.
Wow.
This week, I induct a new Hall of Famer for our Hall of Fame. I induct Stone Cold Steve Austin. That is my pick.
Good pick.
So, what do you think about that? I'll tell us the results as you go along.
His results?
Achievements.
Yeah.
What's there to say? I definitely agree.
Yeah.
Stone Cold's a definite Hall of Famer. He, in the 90s, he was like the Hogan.
Yep.
I mean, how many people converted to wrestling because of him
Mm-hmm.
and The Rock and all that? I mean, he was like that Tuesday morning you're at work going, did you see what happened on wrestling last night? You know, that kind of, he was doing that kind of stuff.
Now.
Yeah.
He was like the water cooler talk. Yeah, he was
Mm-hmm.
not a very good wrestler, but he was a good, like a Hogan type guy, like a good performer.
Yeah.
I think the big appeal to like Stone Cold was like, especially like, because when you think when he first started, until he started with McMahon, he wasn't really anything. But once he started with McMahon, that's when he blew up.
Yeah.
Because everybody has a job where we hate a boss and wish we could go in and punch him in the face
Or give him the
give him the
finger.
bird and
Yeah.
fuck you and all that shit, And Stone Cold could do it every week, so we could somewhat vicariously live through Stone Cold. Like, yeah, man, I wish I could do that to my boss.
He was just cool. Like all the guys liked Stone Cold. It was cool.
And he was funny too, like
Yeah.
him and Kurt Angle, like the Vince.
And every week you saw a new T-shirt
Yeah, like,
with
Yeah.
some other phrase on it, like Rock had.
yeah.
It was always,
It was cool because, like, Stone Cold, like, you know, like, you could tell, like, some of the things he did, like, he didn't take himself too seriously.
Yeah.
I always thought he was more the people's champ than The Rock was. Because he was more like a blue-collar, working-class kind of guy like us. Just happened to be a wrestler,
yeah.
hates his boss, hates his job.
He wasn't like a real built guy.
Yeah,
he was like an
no,
average
big
built, like,
muscle guy like Brock Lesnar, and he wasn't, not to be gay, he wasn't like a good-looking guy.
Yeah.
You know, he's a regular guy. I liked him about him.
Yeah.
What? That was right around when you started watching
Yeah,
it,
that's,
so.
yeah. Unfortunately, I sort of missed the Austin era because, like, right around when I started watching it, he got injured, and then he had his comeback, which wasn't as good. But I've definitely seen a lot of Austin stuff
Yeah, think about it
from the
now,
older
it's-
days.
Stone Cold still has an influence now. Think of how many
Yeah.
times you put on Raw and the guys out there cutting a promo in the air. What?
Yep.
What?
Yep.
That's so fucking annoying too. Stop doing that.
That's old.
That and the woos.
And the signs are kind of,
Well, the woos when the guys get chopped in
Yeah.
the corner, okay. You know,
Yeah.
I don't mind that, but yeah, that every time somebody's trying to cut a promo, it's what? What are you, deaf asshole?
Me too, he's hosting and whatever, because that's all we hear for 2 hours.
Yeah.
And he was so good with a lot of different ones. Like when he worked with Kurt Angle,
Yeah.
he had good
Him and
story
Rock.
lines. Him and Rock, they had
Him
good
and Triple
storylines.
H. Him and anybody really.
Him and Rock carried the WWE
Yeah.
through the 90s.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But hey, them two were it. They were the big
Mhm.
stars.
I don't know anyone who didn't like Stone Cold.
No, I mean, yeah.
It's not like
Stone
Cena,
Cold
where
or
it's
The Rock.
50-50. Yeah.
I do run into people who say, oh, I haven't watched it since Stone Cold left.
Yeah.
Like,
same
they
here.
watched it Die Hard when he was there, and when he
Mhm.
left, they stopped.
Yeah.
So like people go, I haven't watched it since Hogan left. It's the same kind of
Yeah.
thing. He was defined a generation. He defined an era, right?
I'm glad they got rid of that character when he first came in
Oh, the
with-
ringmaster.
with DiBiase.
Yeah.
Because that wouldn't have worked. He had to do something different.
Yeah.
He would have been released long. He wouldn't
Or
have.
he would have been just a nobody.
Yeah.
Okay.
How about
He was a WWF champion 6 times. He was a WWF Intercontinental champion twice, like Shawn, win the Rumble twice. He was a tag team champion 4 times with Shawn Michaels, Dude Love, Undertaker, and Triple H. Should be a
not being
power
partners?
trip. Yeah.
The Hall of Fame for this right there.
Yeah.
If you got to pick somebody,
Yeah.
you pick 4 great guys to be a partner. He was a WCW United States champion twice. I actually remember him having it in WCW. He was a WCW World Television Champion twice.
Yeah.
WCW World Tag Team Champion with Brian Pillman. Hollywood Blonde. Which actually, that's the reason the necklace, like kind of like what I'm wearing. That's why Stone Cold wears that all the time.
Oh,
Pillman gave it to him. He said, we need some, like, you know, well, the word nowadays would be bling, you know, kind of dress it up, and he got one little necklace.
That's all they can afford.
He was a TWF Tag Team Champion with California Stud. What the hell the California Stud was. But hey, he made it onto WWR California Stud, so if you're still
What's that
around.
Shawn Michaels guy from last week?
Yeah.
He was a $1 Million Champion, one of 3.
Yep.
DiBiase, Virgil, and Stone Cold. Only ones ever in history to hold it. 96 King of the Ring.
That's why it's in the Hall of Fame.
The belt.
97, 98, and 2001 Royal Rumble winner.
The only
So I think
3 times.
3-time, yeah.
The only 3-time winner.
I
And the one he
think
would have
Hogan-
won, but Vince
Hogan
screwed him,
won
remember?
twice,
Yeah.
Shawn won twice. There's a couple guys that won like twice, but yeah, nobody
That's
ever
the
won
ones.
3.
Mhm.
He's a Slammy Award winner, and he's a 2009 WWE Hall of Famer.
And I'll always remember him breaking into Pillman's house, and the camera goes black and you hear a gunshot.
Yeah.
That shit was funny as hell.
Yeah.
He's outside beating up Pillman's friends.
They put him into a kiddie pool.
And him and Rock, they were throwing the belt in the river, and they were making him go after it and all that.
Oh yeah.
And that time with Austin playing with the fans, saying, "There's one thing I can't stand. It's a welder," or whatever job they had. Did you ever see that?
No. Roll it.
It's on the video.
Oh,
It's
okay.
on the Stone Cold video.
I remember he made
Which
Vince
one?
piss his pants.
Oh yeah.
What?
Probably not really.
Oh what? Okay.
Yeah.
Put that gun to his head and said bang, and Vince like wet himself and shit.
Yeah, well, you can
Yeah.
tell, like, Vince is reaching in his jacket. Push
Oh, yeah, When he pulled out that truck full of beer, he squirted with a hose.